A lot of famous people support Oleg Sentsov, among them movie stars and eminent film directors. Does it matter?
We don't see that things are moving. Nothing has changed in the last 3 years. He is still in prison. It's a kind of moral support which gives hope.
Can we talk about another type of support in this situation? We understand that neither the term of the sentence nor the attitude of the Kremlin to this case has changed.
Sure, first of all, there needs to be political pressure. Only politicians can get Oleg out of prison. Putin should lose interest in keeping him in prison. That's the most optimal way out. I don't see any other options.
How have these 3 years changed Oleg Sentsov?
He hasn't changed. I mean, of course, it's an experience. Thoughts change. He started to appreciate the people close to him more, but there are no big changes.
Regarding the Crimean terrorist case, are there any legal prospects to appeal or cancel the decision of the court in international institutions?
In fact, it's impossible. We brought the case to the European Court of Human Rights, but it takes a long time. It was accepted for consideration, but the process has not yet begun. We have to understand that if we win the case, they will recommend Russia review the decision. Russia will do that and say no. The process can drag on for decades. We started the process, but don't place much hope in it. Moreover, taking into account the amendments to the legislation, according to which Russian legislation is recognized, our chances aren't high. Finally, we lost from a legal point of view. We lost the Supreme Court case, all appeals, and so on. Task number 1 is still to prove that Oleg is a citizen of Ukraine. This would facilitate everything. But how can we do it taking into account their thuggish methods? When a certificate of citizenship was issued by Russia's Federal Security Services investigator, and they find it normal.
The issue of citizenship became crucial, especially in the case against Alexander Kolchenko. What does Oleg say on him becoming a Russian citizen without his consent? The procedure guidelines were violated.
In court, he said, "I'm not a slave to be transferred with the land." Of course, he is outraged by this fact. It's nonsense, like in the trial by Franz Kafka. A person has a Ukrainian passport. He has never had any Russian documents. He didn't give up his Ukrainian citizenship and didn't ask for a Russian one. And all of a sudden, such things happen. The FSB investigator made him a Russian citizen. Well, that's ridiculous. In general, they constantly raise these issues in negotiations and meetings with foreign politicians. Regarding real actions, I don't know. There is no understanding of what can actually be done. I can't say that I've seen active actions. They are passive and even say that the situation is bad. Earlier, they were saying, "We are working on this issue. We are doing our best." Now they say it won't work out.
What is the attitude to the so-called Crimean terrorist case in Russia?
There is no division in the opposition, the people who are educated. All of them are clearly on the side of Oleg and the political prisoners. Nationality doesn't even matter for them, because there are a lot of Russians sitting in prison, not just Ukrainians. They are fighting for everyone. They send parcels and hold rallies with posters. Regarding the rest of society, who are affected by propaganda, they don't even know about Oleg Sentsov. Nothing is said about him on TV. How could they know him? Maybe they heard some information. There was a peak of interest immediately after the arrest when TV networks were showing videos about a group of detained terrorists in Crimea, but that was 3 years ago. They showed the videos for about a week, and people have already forgotten. In reality, the majority of Russians don't know about him. Even the speeches of the directors were cut off from the TV version of the prize ceremony for the film Nika.
It's hard to imagine what it's like to be so far from home, cut off from the world, in such uncomfortable conditions, to put it mildly. How does Oleg cope with it?
It's hard to say. Oleg is an ascetic by nature. He doesn't ask for much. He doesn't give up. He takes vitamins, plays sports, and chess. He has no choice.
Does he believe that he will be released before the official sentence comes to an end?
Yes, he believes. He lives with hope. Although we try not to give him false hope, he still believes.